From the UK to the US to Canada, this is what the culture's been talking about. This is the Tiye Noelle Show. We are back with another episode. This is actually 20, guys. Yeah. Oh my God. Like double figures. Do you know what I mean? Like, how crazy is that, guys? We've made 20. A good show is happening today. A fiancé is being cussed out by an ex-wife. The Knicks won. Don't we all wish we was a New Yorker this week? Do you know what I mean? And then yeah, there's just a lot going on. So let's get into hot topics. Okay, guys. It's just okay. Just okay. Not phenomenal. Okay, so we are back with another episode. The Knicks won after 50-something years. Isn't it funny how they won after 50-something years? And then Arsenal also won after such a long stretch as well. I don't know what it is about this 2026, but like all the has-beens, I'm checking. But I'm just saying, all of like the legendary old school football teams and groups or whatever you want to call them are winning. And it was someone was like, oh, Mandani, the mayor of New York, like he's Arsenal supporter and he's a Knicks fan, and they both won. So he's just like, good luck.
So Spike Lee.
Yeah, Spike Lee. Oh, he was so happy. There's something special about seeing Spike Lee happy jumping up and down like that, you know. For us. For him. He deserves it.
They show like Ben Stiller and Spike Lee and that other comedian, like when they were first Knicks fans.
Yes, when they were young. Yes.
I just thought that was crazy.
It was so crazy. Because was it Ben Stiller that was like, he's been going since he was like in his early 20s, teens, like, and then they're now some old ass men, and obviously that was the last time that they won. Now, you know, at least they can see they've seen two in their lifetime, which is nice, I guess. You would hope there was more than that. Well, I just feel like how great this was with all of the like behind the scenes stuff that happened with the Knicks playing. So obviously they were 3-up. They were everyone was like Knicks in 4. They were gonna win on game 4. Donald Trump comes, fucks up the whole team. Why did he come there with his orange self? That was the day that Donald Trump came. Jordan Woods forgot her extra bag. The bag that was meant to be the good luck bag, she forgot that. She just wore the shoes instead. Them shoes she never stepped in luck. The way that bag was clutched in luck. Do you know what I mean? So Donald Trump came, fucked the whole thing. They lost game 4. Game 5. Eats. Was it? No, that was game 3. Game 4 was when when he literally OG tipped it in. That one, 23 points down, one of the biggest leads in NBA history, for them to come back end of third quarter, fourth quarter, like, and then just at the last moment when you think like that was not going to go in, and then he literally just came through out of nowhere because no one's looking for him, and then he just came through, tipped it in. Mate, I'm not even a basketball fan like that, but even I was like, this is sick. Like, I watched that clip over and over and over and over again. Like, it didn't even seem real. Like, the way he just flew in and then just... Oh, I'm sorry, that must be so legendary. I mean, there's probably really good goals, but in my mind, would you call it a goal?
Basket.
A basket? Yeah. That's how much you don't know. But there's probably like really good baskets. But I must think that must be like one of the top 10 legendary baskets of all time, because that was crazy. He literally just came out of nowhere like an angel with like little wings and just went boop, and it went in.
From South London to New York.
From South London. And that was also a thing. Everyone was just like, oh, and he's from London. And well, to be fair, Arsenal's East, North London, but still, like, there was like, he's from London, and and he came. And then obviously he won with the Raptors in 2019, even though he wasn't playing on the day that they won. But apparently it was like 7 years to the day of when he won it.
Because it was 2019.
Yeah. So like, it's just all serendipitous. Like, it's just all working together in the law of everything. And yeah, just like, shout out to New York. Because I know Cardi B was like screaming down the place, and then she was like, I'm going outside. And then her and her girls got dressed and they were outside of the club turning up. Yeah.
Energy's crazy.
The energy is crazy.
Toronto could never.
What do you mean? Like, wasn't that when you lot talk about the 2019 with the Raptors, I'm assuming that that's what it gave.
No.
Everyone talks about the time, 2019, you missed it. If you was here with the
great.
Raptors, it was a moment. That's what I thought it would give.
It was great. But you know Toronto is very subdued.
So it was not partying in the streets?
You could never match the energy of New Yorkers in Toronto.
Well, yeah, I mean, I hear it, but like, I thought it was going to be on an elevated level like that. It never gave that?
No.
I don't even hear.
Not even a Due West? Like, people weren't partying in the streets?
It's a Due West.
Due West was better.
Then 2019 parade. Well, end of night when they won.
It was a work day. It was all very demure.
Oh, I was literally.
It was crowded,
but it wasn't like
but it
people
wasn't
turning up.
It wasn't a
Oh,
party, yeah.
well, that's what
On
I'm
the
hearing.
bus, them a joke. The people in the streets were just
Staring.
trying to get a look. Yeah.
Meanwhile, in New York, they're burning down cars, jumping in
No,
taxis.
but I will say they're doing too much because there was some old man whose taxi got like demolished and like now doesn't have a living. Like,
That's what
guys, I don't
in
really.
London.
Yeah, no, but I just don't really get why we vandalizing. Like, did you see the guy that was like shoulder / headbutting the windscreen of like a New York bus? Like, I don't get what the fun is of vandalizing things. I'm thinking, yeah, stand on top of like a building, like stand on top of a car. I get it, like the car damage, you know, listen to music, dance up and down. But then the slamming into breaking out windows, it's hooligan behavior.
Yeah.
It's hooligan behavior, and like, you know, New York is kind of known for that, to be fair. So is London. So don't shoot me. I'm just saying, it's something about these big C's with these sports that they will just want to like go fucking crazy once someone wins.
Yeah, people have been drinking from when the game started. So now that they've won,
well, all them angry drunks need to stay at home because you're ruining it for the rest of us. We want to listen in New York. We want to be swimming down the music. We want to be lighting up a spliff. We want to be dancing in the streets. We want to be taking pictures and videos. We don't need to be vandalizing anything.
That is 100. You've been to New York now?
Yeah.
That is not New York energy at all. They are not chill at all.
Well, they're not chill, but like
what you described,
they don't need to be. No, but yeah, but I'm saying like they can still turn up. The most it should be is scuff marks on people's cars, maybe a few dents of people standing there. But I don't understand why you're going out of your way to be smashing windows.
New York is aggressive on any given day.
Yeah, but I just feel like it's unnecessary.
Yeah.
Like I hear it, but I don't see how that adds to the celebration. I can't see smashing a window and be like, what a great night. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, why? Like, what does that give you? Like, what does that? How does that like make you feel greater that the Knicks won after 50-something years? How does that help? Now, freaking, I don't know. Nip Deep can't drive his car and make no money for his family no more. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not necessary. It's not necessary, and I don't think the New York Knicks, the players, would like that. Do you know what I mean? Shout out to Kat, OG. What's that cute little small one that was shooting everyone? Brunson. I like him. Huh? Yeah, I really like him. I like him because he was small, and I remember that before he took the pay, because he's small, and compared to like most, in comparison to like, he's not 4'11". Well, he might be.
No. I think he's at 6'2", 6'3".
He just looks small compared to everyone else. Yeah. But like he took the pay cut. That was a few years ago. Like when he got there 2 years ago, whatever it was, he took the pay cut so that they could build the team because they have no money. And then they made him the captain, and he's led this team. And now like they won. And people were like, "Oh, he's never gonna win because like you're in the Knicks. Why would you want to go to the Knicks?" Right? So the fact that he took a chance on the team, took a chance with Mike, wasn't it Mike Brown? Like took the chance. And now they won it in 2 years. That's not even a long time. To build a team, to get the roster together and to actually win. And then they also won like 3 other things, like the Eastern Conference. They won that. There was another thing that they won as well. So they've won all the major titles that you can win this year. They won all of them. Shout out to the Knicks, man. They're doing it. And also shout out to Jordan Woods, because Kat was really, he was like, that's my wife. Da, 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 da. And it's just beautiful. Black love. That's what I'm saying. And I also like the fact that all of them, well, not all of them, but majority of them that are in relationships, they are with Black women or Latino women. Very different to the NBA of the old past. Shout out to the Knicks. Shout out to New York. Get off Appbee's car though. How about that? Next. Still in New York. Now this child, we might get locked down by Rock Nation. So this was actually a piece done by Ball Alert, and it's actually just about the fact that Jay-Z, with his anniversary tour is bringing out a white double LP of Reasonable Doubt, like a 30 year edition. He's also going to be giving like what is this, a Fall of Paradise remix of Can't Knock the Hustle. There is a Do Say Ties, so he's basically going into 3 stores in 3 stores in New York in the area, and like doing like pop-ups and giving away extra like drinks and stuff around the album and all that kind of stuff in the height of the Target boycott. Since 2023, Black people have been boycotting Target, and they actually released numbers to say that it significantly has impacted Target sales. So while Black people are on the front line, Jay-Z was to sign up with them. And then this lady made a really good point that said, and if we rewind to the summer of 2029, when Colin Kaepernick was on his knee saying, hey, we're going to boycott this, and all the Blacks were like, yeah, how about we all support this man and turn off the TV for the NFL? And then here comes Jay-Z, sided a deal. Literally, I was like, this is Black people build leverage through sacrifice. Somehow the sacrifice keeps turning into a contract with Jay's name on the front of it. 8. Ain't that kind of something? Because of all of the people that you could have been doing this with, why did you feel like you had to do this with Target? Cardi B with her last album did a promotion with DoorDash where they were doing drone deliveries with her album, and then you could order the album on DoorDash and that kind of stuff. You could have done that. You could have done this with Walmart. You could have done this with Publix. You could have done with any other grocery store. Why did you want to do Target when you know that this has been something that's been going on for this long? And if you don't know, you're out of touch, and that's also another problem. He knows, and part of
to him because they know that he can
speak on it, Kim. Speak on it, Kim. And I bet you any money he's in that meeting saying, I can bring the Blacks back, and then he's like, and because of it, I want an extra whatever on top of it.
Yeah, because it's a capitalist.
Yeah.
If the number is right, he'll do it.
I don't like that. I don't like it.
That's how you have 2 billionaires in one household.
And is that
Beyonce not like that?
Because he is. Like, she doesn't have to be. That's why she can come 10 years after.
Is that not just a measure of success? Because people look at, okay, for example, a Kevin Hart.
Go on then. Go on. Sorry.
But yeah, people look at like Kevin Hart and what he's doing, because I feel like he's now moving into that same space or similar space as like Jay-Z, where it's like, for example, with his comedy special and the whole, outrage about the George Floyd jokes, blah, blah, him doubling down on that. It's like, whenever they need to get someone to co-sign or to kind of like embarrass the Black community or whatever, there will always be someone. There'll always be someone. There
was always a nigga with willing to do it for us. Willing to be paid out for it. Whether it's killing our own or selling our own out.
Yeah.
And I don't want to feel of like call out Jay-Z for being, because once they get to that level of height in this and they have a fan base that doesn't predominantly look like us, they feel like it's okay to disregard us. That's I mean, if that's what you think, because that's how I feel about it. Because I think even with the Kevin Hart Rose conversation and him sitting down with the Breakfast Club, and how I'm kind of dismissive that he was with that whole conversation. I felt like was distasteful. And it's almost like you lot don't get it. Like we're in these upper rooms, like this is how we move, and like you lot are too down there to understand how we think when we're up here. And like, fair enough, that might be how you think. And I think that maybe a bunch of other people that maybe don't look like you, that's how they move. But the difference is the community that they run with don't have the issues that we have. And we can't have you in that room speaking for us, because they always do look. Do you know, remember when you was like in school or something, and you was maybe the only few black people around, or the teacher would be like, "Oh, so what do you think?" and assume that you would be able to speak for all black people. When Kevin Hart or a Jay-Z speaks and shows up in these rooms, they're expecting them to basically say, for the black community, how can we shift? For the black community, how can we do this? Who should we put in position for blah 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 blah? They speak for us, but they don't speak for us. Do you know what I mean?
Because Kevin Hart gave the approval on this, so it's like he is our voice for the black community.
Yeah, but then it's just like, you're so out of touch. You are not speaking for the black community. Because again, I don't understand why this is a marketing thing. 100%. You need to do it. You know, like I said, Cardi B did it. There are other retailers that you could have gone to. It didn't have to be the one that black people have been boycotting for the last 3 years or 2 years. You chose this. And it's kind of hard to just, you know, blindly just be like, okay, well, we see it, but we don't, like, we're just going to keep moving, when this is the second time. One man lost his whole career based on it. And then now you don't give a damn. There's so many companies that haven't renewed their contracts with Target in stance of this. Like, there are people that almost got blacklisted. I remember Tabitha Brown was like, I need to fulfill my contract with them. I'm still supporting them and still like promoting it, because, you know, we have this contract and we must support the black businesses that are in these spaces. Maybe just go in there and buy from them and don't buy anything else. But there were people that were, you know, on the firing line with their alliance or working with Target in midst of this. You don't get to come along just because you're Jay-Z and a billionaire, do this, and then and think that you could just bring everyone back to the shelves and like say nothing about it. My problem with Jay-Z is that he will never sit down and even have, like, as much as we want to turn our nose at Kevin Hart, he will never sit down and have a conversation where he then defends himself, even if we do think it's ignorant. He's not going to say anything. He's just going to do this and turn around maybe 5 years later and be like, I'm fucking Jay-Z. Like, that's enough. Everything else, I could be like, you know what, Jigga, do what you gotta do. Don't care about Drake, don't care about this. Even with the NFL thing, I was like, you know what, give it a bly. But now, this is two things of the same coin, and it looks dodgy. It does look dodgy. Because of all retailers, why Target?
And the development. You forgot the development that you co-signed.
What development? Well, that's why it never passed. That's why it never passed. You don't win when you play dirty.
I thought you were about to curse him.
No, I won't do that to Beyonce's husband. Not yet. But I'm watching you, Jay-Z. Okay? I love you down. But don't get me turned on you like I have been turning Nicki Minaj, child, because I am starting to question some of my faves, and I really don't want to do that for you. But this is actually unforgivable. Of all people to go to, this is where you want to go to them with their stupid red dot. Next. Last week, you know, we were talking about this Tigger guy, and you lot didn't know who this was anyway. And I sat there and I said, he seems so nice. It doesn't make sense as to why he would put his hand in his wife. I couldn't see him putting hands on his wife. Guess what this woman... Let's not blame the victim, Ty. Guess what this woman said? She came out and said, I want to be clear, I never called my husband an abuser. Ha! But you implied it, sis. You literally posted a video of your face and said, ask my husband what happened to me. Picture, video. So everyone's like, so your husband's beating you then? Didn't say nothing more to that. But she's now said, I never said. Social media has drawn its own conclusion from the information that was shared, but those conclusions are not statements I made. I respect the legal process and believe law enforcement should be allowed to do its job without enforcements from anyone, including me. Bitch, You did this. You want to say you want to leave it to the law now, but you came on social media before. You implied that this man was beating you. Yes, you did. Why does my face look like this? Ask my husband. So then obviously Tigger sat down. Well, not stepped down, but was away from his show for a couple of days. Then he came back. And he basically obviously said that this abuse is fake. These allegations are false. He apologized for his co-host, because obviously she said that he was cheating with the co-host. And then his wife said, just wait for my apology.
Apology for what?
From the internet?
No, from him. I'm assuming, because he went online and apologized, and it was all like posted that he apologized to his co-host, sorry, and then he, said that all of the allegations and stuff was false. Then she came on and said, well, where's my apology? Now, he might have cheated on you, baby girl. That, hey, who are we to say? But you implied that man put hands on you. You knew what you was doing. You knew what you was doing with that vague statement. So I don't know if she's trying to say that maybe the girlfriend or one of the girl that he was messing with or someone else put hands on her and it's his fault. Mm. But when she put it out, she made it seem like it was him. And that, again, is disgusting. That is disgusting. You can have any issues that you want with your man. You can have any marital issues. He could be cheating on you. You don't like that. You have every right to feel some type of way. Do you know what you need to do? Go to the law, get divorced, go about your business. Don't bring us into it. And then when we make speculations, then you want to come for us for speculating wrong. You did that. You was vague on purpose. You was vague on purpose because you wanted people to make the assumptions that they did. And they did. And now it's coming back on you. And maybe the truth is starting to come out now. Now you want to pull back and be like, I never said that. I'm leaving it to the law. Bitch, you should have left it to the law before you uploaded that picture and them videos. And if it was his girl or some girl that put hands on you, open your mouth. Why are you acting scary? I'm vague if it's my man, but if it's some bitch that I'm fighting, tell on her. Like, why are we acting like we're defending people if it's not my husband? Do you know what I mean? Like, I might be a bit vague when it's like, this is my husband, and, maybe we might fight for my marriage crazily after still getting beat down. I don't know. Women do that. Fine. But if it's a bitch that he's cheating on, I would put her whole name on the internet. I might even ducks you, bitch. I'm not gonna lie. If you beat me like that, I want to see what the other girl looks like, because she looked like she got beat down. So if I got beat down like that, I'm gonna tell everybody it was you. But now you want to go, hush. Why? I don't like stuff like that. We wanna support, normally support all women's rights and wrongs. But this was low down and dirty. This was low down and dirty. You didn't need to imply that man cheated on you, beat you, and like that. Anyway, another lawsuit next. Tyra. And I'm not gonna lie, I stand with her. So Tyra Banks is suing Netflix for that hit piece, that scam of a documentary that they basically said that they used 60 minutes of her sit down. So apparently she sat down there for a few hours, and they used 60 minutes of that footage and basically made it look like she didn't take any accountability, and that how she had never reached out to Miss J, and how she's this horrible person. And she said that is not what the premise was, and that is not the conversation that she had. So she's suing for defamation, loss of income, and significant mental anguish. She's also requesting a jury trial. I don't know. I was with you till you got there, girl, because I don't know if there's going to be a lot of me's on that. A lot of me. Let's not hope that everyone is under 30, because if they're under 30, you go lose. Maybe the older lot might think that, it's fine, but these younger ones, they will put you under the jail. You saw how they were talking about her on TikTok. I will say, I bet you any money she has lost money on that. Because I also thought that with that documentary, they were talking about revamping the show. Like, the show was meant to come back. It's no longer coming back. I think the feedback and all of the uproar, and it was just like, why the fuck would we want season 300 of it or whatever it was? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, loss of income, 100%. Mental anguish. She was looking a little bit cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs when she was in Australia doing them dances at the launch of her ice cream. That's not ice cream. Also, Tyra, no shade. This kind of seems like that business that's not making money and then they burn it down and then they try and get insurance. Because that ice cream that wasn't real ice cream that was in Australia, it didn't seem like it was going to make money anyway. So if you want to chalk it up to this documentary, you can do that. But I don't know if that's true, to be honest. It didn't look very beneficial to me anyway. But yeah, I hope that there are people in the jury that feel like that is the case, because I agree. This was a hit piece. They didn't invite nobody like the Takaras or the Avas or anyone that actually still has a relationship with Tyra or speaks positive about her. They only invited the people that have more negative things to say. She apparently did say, hold on.
No, because isn't that docu-series about reality shows across that period? It's not just about Top Model.
Yeah, it wasn't just about Top Model, but in terms of who they decided to invite for conversations, they didn't invite anyone who won or had a positive experience.
I know, but I just feel like the title of documentary series does not give me that this is here to uphold these shows, that they are here to like dig in and kind of rip them apart for being toxic of the era.
Yeah.
Based on these TikTok things. So I just feel like I wouldn't assume it was going to be.
Well, yeah, I think we assumed because it was in this series of documentaries. I don't know. Well, I don't know. I don't know if when they said that they were going to do this Netflix documentary that it was going to be part of this series. And do you know what I mean? I feel like they were just doing a full documentary, and she felt like she was going to come in so that they couldn't change her words or fix a narrative, and for it to be like a real honest piece of journalism, which, as you said, that's not the type of series this is, nor do I think Netflix does documentaries like that in general anyway. But I feel like it's obviously a hit piece, and I think she has a case here when there are other people, when this came out, like Takara, like Ava, that was doing press while this was going on to say, actually, my experiences were different. And you know, there's also evidence of, you know, Sandy, who had, you know, that situation come up where she was like making jokes in light of it and saying that actually no, she only felt this way because it was filmed and blah 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 blah. So there's contradictory things there that don't paint Tyra in a negative light that this documentary did. Plus, this documentary, in my opinion, made Tyra the bad guy, but Miss J an angel, because he's now dealing with the stuff that he's dealing with. Janice Dickinson, who I said before, who again Ava was talking on an interview the other day about how mean and sinister she was, and how Tara and her would go back and forth because she would tell Ava that she needs to get a nose job and all this kind of stuff. Like, they missed out those people and talking about how horrible they were and made it seem as if this was just Tyra only, and she was the negative, I guess, like leech in this kind of thing. And I don't think that was fair to say.
But let's compare it to like The Crash.
Yeah.
We know that things were left out.
Yeah.
We know that the documentary took a stance, and we know that it didn't paint Mackenzie in the best light, even though she was involved and came on to try and like plead her case.
Yeah.
This is it's filmmaking. And it's like, if everybody were to sue based on their portrayal, every documentary would.
Well, fair, but I also feel like everyone has a right to sue, if that's how you feel. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think based on what she's saying in terms of defamation, loss of income and all that kind of stuff, if she can prove that the narrative that they're putting out and spinning is not technically the whole story, then she does have a case there. If she believes, which in a way, once this documentary came out, people were making fun of her with her dancing because she was looking a mess, and her wigs and her mental breakdown when she was at that drag show, and all this stuff was coming out, like people really gunning for her after this documentary. She has a right to feel how she feels, and if she wants to go and take it to a jury instead of just a judge, honey, then, do you, boo? Do I know if you're going to win? I'm not sure. However, I still, after watching it, did think, is she a villain? Yeah, but is she a villain compared to the way in which they're trying to make it out? I don't think so. And is she any more guilty than that Lee guy or Miss J? Because Miss J wasn't nice. And obviously he's dealing with all the stuff that he's dealing with now. And I feel like because of that, they let him off very easy. But him and Janice Dickinson, in my opinion, was very negative and critical to those women, more than even a Tyra was. And got away with it, stopped scot-free. They didn't even mention Janice barely in that documentary, which I think was wild because she was a menace. Anyway, next. Chingy. Poor Chingy. He will never, ever, 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 ever run away from these allegations. All this man did, don't look and raise your eyebrow like that, Ken. All this man did was shave his head because he was going bald, and they're calling him gay, saying that he's arching his eyebrows and that he looks gay because of his lashes and all this stuff. It's not his fault that he is a pretty ass man. That's his mom and his daddy. Like, do you know what I mean? Chingy's always been beautiful. He's always been pretty. He has those lashes. He never arched his eyebrows, because if you look at old pictures to the new pictures, these were always the natural arch of his eyebrows. It's not his fault. And because of this bitch, Sydney Starr, who lied on that man, and then 15 years or however years later came out and said that wasn't the case, he has to deal with everyone assuming that he is gay to this day. And it's not fair. It's not fair. He's a well-groomed man that takes care of himself. That does not make him gay. Thoughts?
I think they're just looking for any excuse for the R&B guys and the people back in the day. They got them on Gay Watch.
I don't think he should have responded, really.
Yeah, to be honest. Yeah. But I think it's just because do you remember with the Sydney Star stuff, he didn't respond. Only in a few interviews, like years later, when it, but it affected him. And I feel like now he's not going to let them roll over him like they did like those years ago. He's going to stand up for himself, which is why he wants to say something. But no matter what he says, they're never
exactly.
Gonna,
that's what I'm saying. I don't think the shift was him responding or not. The shift was when she admitted that she lied.
Yeah.
Right. So it's nothing he can do.
I feel so bad for him, but you know what I've realized? Any men take any opportunity to call another man gay. Have you seen them videos on TikTok where the guy takes a picture and he's like, do you think this guy's gay? And everyone's like, yeah. And it's like, do you think that people will think that you're gay? And they're like, no. And then they take a picture, show the next one, and they're like, yeah, he's gay. And I've seen about more than 10 of those videos at this point, and pretty much every single person says that they're gay. I think men are just waiting to call another man gay.
So this is men doing this?
Yes.
I also believe that women think like this too, and women are probably upholding this homosexuality.
Please. Women are just as homophobic as men.
Yeah.
And misogynistic.
Yeah.
And we uphold it our damn selves. Yeah. 100%. 100%. He'll be like, he pouts his lips too much. His skin is too clear than mine. His eyebrows are longer than mine. His lashes. Everyone knows that these ungrateful ass niggas always have nicer lashes than us. I don't understand it. I don't understand why. Am I lying? Men are just born with really nice lashes. They're like fucking, what's it, peacocks. I don't understand. Your hair grows nice, edges in full, lashes growing long, and you lot don't even use them for what they need to be used for. Piss me off.
What do you think it is that's starting this trend?
What do you mean? The trend of what?
Of this, like the gay thing, like.
I do. Do you know what? I think what is so funny is, I don't know if it's part of the whole manosphere of like, you got to be a real man, macho man, and trying to bring that back. So anything that is aligned with femininity is seen as gay. But before, it was like, I feel like we was in this really good space where men were, what were they calling it? Like manscaping, and like, what was that? There was a word for it.
I remember.
Metrosexual.
like a metrosexual, but then it was like they were taking care of themselves and that was fine. And it was okay. And then we've just now shifted again to now like these dirty men that don't even want to wash their booty holes, because if they wash their booty holes, then it's gay. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't do that. Like, it's just very weird. I genuinely think we're taking a steps back, many steps back, with all this progressiveness that we've had that allows people to feel comfortable in their skin, do whatever they want to do, make themselves feel good. Like you're saying that, you know, mental health, but yet he's gay because he goes and gets his nails done or get a massage. If he gets a massage from a man, he's gay.
I think it's social media, because like the whole metrosexual trend was like, I feel like David Beckham kind of ushered that trend in as being someone who took care of himself, dressed well, whatever. And it was like that label was never attached to that.
Yeah.
But I don't know what's happened several years later, but maybe it's the whole now social media of promoting, oh, I do my skincare as a guy, right? I go to do the nails thing and whatever, blah blah. Like maybe it's that, because now we're putting it on social media.
Yeah.
Like, and it's there for people to see, to kind of like judge and make their
well, simply, it's not cool to impress women anymore. And so
you want to be, you have to be gross,
yeah.
Well,
as gross as you can be.
Because you lot be saying that they're doing it to impress other men. Men go to the gym to
well, we never said no. We wasn't at the gym. That was like cars and all of that, and jewelry and all that kind of stuff. But clean nails, men are not going to notice that. Women notice that. We care about that. Dirty ass nails and trusting it. You know what I mean? So we care about stuff like that. But those are the things that if you was to do, and they will call gay, which I think is crazy, because that is just hygienic. If I put my fingers somewhere, they should be clean.
Care more about that than muscles.
Do you know what I mean? Anyway, next, shout out to Chingy, poor baby. Okay, so next, DMX. So DMX got his name, a street named after him in Yonkers, where he is from, and very overdue. I can't believe it took this long for it to be done, but apparently it was done. But there was drama, child. It's always something. However, necessary. So when DMX died, he was engaged to this woman named Desiree. He has two kids with her, and for some odd reason, don't know how this legally happened, whether he put it down in the will, but she is the controller of his estate. And if we know anything about DMX, I love my baby mama, I never let her go. He was with, what was her name? The original wife, the one that was holding him down. That was what was her name? Oh God, let me find her name. Was it Tasha? What's his mom? What's the baby mom's name? The wife's name? Tashira. That's her name. So Tashira, they had a reality TV show that she was on, like the wife show with Fabulous's baby mom and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, Tashira Simmons, his first baby mom, when he used to be rapping, like I said, I love my baby mama, never let go. We sing that line like out loud, was about her. They have like 3 or 4 kids together, right? She held him down, drug overdose, like abuse, all of that kind of stuff. Was married to him for how many years? Eventually got enough for the abuse, all of that kind of stuff, left him, but still remained his best friend. To the day he died, was still involved in his life, loved that man down, never married since. Which, go get you some dick. That man gone now. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I say this all to say, they did the whole celebration ceremony for his, I was going to say star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame, but his street. The fiancée Desiree did the whole, oh, thank you for coming, blah, 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 all this kind of stuff. She gets off the stage, and then Xavier, his firstborn son, came on stage and said, well, I'm going to say a few words. I don't know if he was invited, but he went up there. No shirt, just a jacket. He was here for it. And he literally said, thank you, these people for, honoring my dad. It took many years, all this kind of stuff. And then he was like, shout out to my moms. And then he turns to her and says, Desiree, your behavior has been utterly disrespectful.
Now, there is absolutely no way that you will close this ceremony. We will not hear from his original entire family. So, Mommy, please stand next to my side. Mommy, please. Please. Thank you. Thank you. My heart is just so full seeing all the love that we have. To Desiree Lindstrom, you have behaved dishonorably. The fact that you continue to exclude his original family, his children, my mother.
And then started to read her for filth to the point that they cut off the microphone. And then you know what this? Then he started shouting. Oh, no. Then he started shouting so that he could be heard. But she basically said, "How dare you alienate his original family?" And I found it so weird that he's calling it the original family. But basically, since X has died, because she's in control of his estate, anything honoring X, they're bringing Desiree and the two younger children that she had, not his ex-wife and not the kids that we are known to DMX as his family. They've been isolated from all of the things, and them showing up that day, I don't know if that was planned in terms of, I don't think they were invited. I just think they turned up. And he just said, "You are not going to disrespect the original family or his ex-wife who stood by him and blah, 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 blah. My father wouldn't have been who he was able to be and lived as long as he did if it wasn't for my mum." And then shouted at his mum. It was beautiful. In terms of, if that was my son, I would love that. Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, this is why wills are important. And if this will was left to Desiree, then this is no one's fault but DMX. Earl, you fucked up. He did. Oh, Earl. That's his name. I know. Earl Simmons, you fucked up, sir. Because you are creating a blended family when you know that, well, obviously you don't know you're going to transition and all that kind of stuff, but once you get married or engaged and you're creating this blended family, there needs to be an honor system and there needs to be some sort of documentation of how you want things to go moving forward. If this woman is the owner or lead of your estate for whatever reason, I don't see why when you have grown children. And I assume that they should be the ones, but maybe it's because at the end of the day, this is how those kids would be fed. And they are younger. So I think that he probably maybe made her the owner of the estate because she still has to provide for these younger children. These children, when he died, were in their 20s already. They're grown adult. Yes, they do still need support, probably financial support, but I wouldn't think that he would leave them in anything. But it needs more support, income coming in, royalties and etc. for those younger kids. That's the mindset that I maybe have. Don't know if that's true, but that's probably why I think he did that. However, Desiree, bitch, I mean, girl, I find it very strange that you would not want to honor this man that you said that you love by including all his children. Whether you're the fiancé, stepmom, or whatever, you should still be trying to have a relationship with them based on the fact that you have his two other children and they need to know who their siblings are. You should want to create a situation where they feel comfortable coming and speak to you and they're involved in situations like this. I think it's crazy and ludicrous that when you went up there and you were thanking everybody, you never mentioned any of his kids other than your own. Crazy. So that left a bad taste in the mouth. That's why the son came up and ran up and did what he did. And so be it. I think that, not saying you're a gold digger, not saying that you didn't truly love this man, but that's what it's given. You want to mention the estate, you want to mention your kids, you don't want to mention his kids, you don't invite his kids to nothing. I think you're creating distance so they don't feel comfortable to ask because you want it to yourself. And that isn't fair. So yeah. Until you do right by, I'm joking. I'm joking, but it would be nice to see them all get along. But yeah, very shady stuff. Shout out to Shira, the original. I love my baby mama. I never let her go. Period. Anyways, we're going over to the UK now. And this is just something that I really want to have a conversation about, because our Prime Minister Starmer is making it illegal for kids under the age of 16 to be on any social media sites. Before it was I think it was 13. It's been 13. So they have increased the age to 16, basically when you leave school for GCSEs. What do you guys think about that? It's meant to start in December, so around Christmas when them kids are on break, terrorizing their families and can no longer do TikToks.
Not gonna happen.
Pardon?
Not gonna
Yeah, I
happen.
don't.
They are gonna smash up these people's them houses. Them kids are gonna attack their parents, and then they're going to lie.
Well, no, they'll just find ways around it the way that we do.
Yeah, they're gonna. That's what I'm saying. They're gonna lie. They're gonna just say that they're 18. They can 16. They can count unless they're asking them to upload ID. Anyone, it's like when you go on porn sites and it's like, "Are you over 18?" Yeah, but was I? No. No.
Unless he's trying to come with like China, like enforce it in the way that China does. I don't know what they do, but
Yeah.
Unless he's doing that, I just don't see it.
I don't see it happening. I will say that this has happened in New Zealand, and apparently that has helped with the mental health of the young kids. Test scores are apparently improving. There's meant to be beneficial studies coming out of New Zealand who has done this, I think, for the last 2 years. But I'm not gonna lie, these UK kids are unruly.
Yeah, I don't see that.
You cannot regulate the internet. You can try to govern it, but they still haven't found a way to regulate or enforce legislation around the internet. And you can't get your service providers to do it because that's a conflict of their best interest.
Well, this is the thing. They can, because now most devices have the parental setup where you can like allow certain apps and certain websites and things. But that's for the parent. Exactly. And it should always, in my opinion, be down to the parents.
Which is why you can't regulate the internet.
And this is the thing. Most parents do not care.
Well, they want a break.
And that's what I'm about to say. The same way that you have these iPads babies that literally walk around with their iPads and can't go sit down nowhere without an iPad, you have these iPhone kids.
Also, what are they classing as social media? Would WhatsApp?
It's literally TikTok. Hold on, I've got the whole list. It is Snapchat, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and X, and many more. YouTube?
Is that during school?
YouTube is crazy.
Is that during school?
No, this is them not being able to sign up and create accounts. So they can't get a social media account until they're 16, sorry.
They'll just use their parents.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, unless it requires ID to sign up, everyone is just going to change the year and sign up anyway.
So what they did with porn in UK recently was that you need a credit card
to enter.
To like even get
onto
the site, right?
Something like that, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. But they can't do that, for this. That's what I'm saying. Unless they're going to do something like this, I can't see how that's going to work.
Sorry. You have to upload your ID.
That's what I'm saying. I don't see how that's going to work.
So they also created like an app where you can put your ID and use that app as a key to all corners. So this is why they also want the digital IDs, right. And that's meant to help with this. But I just don't think that that's going to work.
It feels like we're moving
towards
something.
There's
a bigger play.
Listen. We know for a fact where they're moving into. We're going cashless. We're going ID-less. They're going to have digital IDs. If someone wanted to terminate your whole identity and you be left with absolutely nothing, you will soon be in this position where they can do that. Even down to, like, I was making jokes about how, like, they're going to make districts out of the boroughs. But yeah, even in the UK, like, you can only go in and out of certain roads and blocks by, like, one-way systems because they've blocked it up with, like, freaking trees and bushes and plants, right? Plant pots and stuff like that. Because they want to have an in and out system where they have cameras, they know who is in and out. And one day you will turn up there and there will be a barrier. And you will then have to scan your ID to get in and out of that block. And the day you don't pay rent is the day your ID gets taken. You can never enter your building.
Mark of the beast.
What? Yes. Soon it won't even be. It'll be chipped in us. We know. You don't even have to walk. You don't have to scan anything because as you walk through, it scans you through. That's how it's gonna be. Even this building, I have the little fob to get into the door, and I was like, I don't know if I like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because even today, I was on a meeting, and they were coming in to change the filter for the thing. They were knocking on the door, but I'm in a meeting, so I'm not opening the door. My man let himself in. I said, "Excuse me, come back later." But in my mind, I'm like, I don't like that. You can just come in and out when you want.
Yeah.
Everyone obviously can have a master key. There's master keys, but it's a difference between one or a few master keys than a fob that someone could literally have some iPad be outside my door and open the door.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, let me come out this country before they come do this stuff to me or this land, boy. Let it be, hopefully, in years. I feel like we, as the age that we're in, we are seeing everything. I think we were born in such a time that we've moved from, like, you know, paper bus passes to Oyster cards to dial-up internet to, like, straight away, like, regular internet to, like, you know, pay phones to mobile phones. Like, we have seen
The most change.
everything.
You have to turn off the internet.
Yeah, exactly.
Now it's just on.
Literally.
Yeah.
So we've seen it all, and we're gonna go from cash to cashless. We're gonna go from key to keyless, from IDs to no IDs. I think we're the generation that's gonna see all of it, and honestly, it's very scary.
Yeah.
It's so scary. Anyway, that was all I had to say for the UK. Last thing, we're gonna go to Canada. But guys, are we having a phenomenal summer so far? How's everyone's summer been?
You said it like, bro, it just started.
Yeah, I'm talking about, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like in the UK, my mom's saying it's a bit cold right now and all that kind of stuff. Summer here is heating up. It's been good. US Fest, Little Taste of Italy was this weekend. I had a great time. I was out in these streets from Friday through Sunday. I was outside. No, I didn't kiss anyone. Although anyway, let me not share my business, child, because I don't know who's listening on here. But yeah, I didn't kiss anyone this US Fest or Taste of Italy, which is such a shame. I do miss lips, and I haven't lips in a while, you know. Haven't lips in a while, but this summer I will be lipsing someone. Do you want to do me a challenge?
Yeah,
Just like a challenge on the podcast and to see how do people type lips is.
Nah, let's do it.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to whore up my lips for you people to be judging me on this internet. Please. If it was equal playing field, then maybe. But you love me to judge a child. Next thing you know, I'm a whore. Just gotta kiss somebody. Like, I don't want that. But yeah, I am loving the Toronto summer already. Plans to go to the islands. We're at the park. We are enjoying. I was talking to my friend today, and she was just like, "Oh, like, you know, these street festivals, like, what are they for? Like, this is so fun. Like, we don't have that in England." Like, and I was just like, it reminds me of Notting Hill, but the side streets where everyone has like the sound systems and stuff. It's like having that every other week, a strip of that, and I was like, this is so fun. London needs to kind of adopt doing something like that. It was just so much fun. I love the festivals, street festivals here.
Yeah, I think it's one of the things that is unique about Canada. Yeah.
Y'all try to make it seem like we don't have nothing unique. Yes, we do. So yeah, I'm enjoying my summer. I'm really excited. I've planned all my things. I think next weekend. No, actually, last weekend was meant to be the weekend that I didn't have nothing to do. But every other weekend until July, booked. I'm so excited. I'm going to be poor. Pinching pennies.
We just hope the weather holds up though. Because
Yeah.
It's a bit rainy.
Let me start lipsing people so I can get some free shit, boy. Anyway, fine. That's it for Hot Topics. Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? So in the comment section, I just wanted to quickly play this clip because I was busting up laughing when I heard this. And I want to know if you guys feel the same way that he and I feel this man right here.
To eat a Rustler burger.
Not just any Rustlers burgers, Rustlers spicy chicken fillet burger with ranch sauce.
I'll be serious. A Rustler burger.
A Rustlers burger.
Are you not ashamed?
I'm not.
You don't have no shame.
As a chef, I'm really embarrassed. The chicken is frozen. There's no bread. But you know where there is bread? With the Rustlers burger. I'm gonna eat it tonight. I'm gonna eat it tonight. And you know what it is? Fuck all y'all. I'm even gonna add a fried egg.
My friend is going home to
Disgusting. Disgusting, bubbly guts. Poor man behavior. Because what? Go to the chicken shop and go get some wings and chips. Why the fuck are you eating this cardboard burger that stays that packet that literally, in the comments, someone in the comments was like, people that eat Rustler burgers are the same people that eat sandwiches from the corner shop. Those are the same people that will buy milk and meat from the corner shop and think that that's okay. Those people that eat them samosas from the corner shop, the same people that will see them things dust and still pick up items in the corner shop. Who the fuck in this 2026 is eating a Rustler freaking burger? Disgusting. And then he said, I'm going to add a fried egg. Like he was going to gourmet it up. Babe.
I love that he knew which one too.
Yeah, he's like, because to be fair, the chicken one does sound a bit more decent than that fucking burger one. Or remember when they used to have the rib?
Oh yeah.
The rib version is absolutely disgusting.
Don't know what a Rustler burger is.
You've never had a Rustler burger? You're not very UK, are you?
I've never had a Rustler.
Well, to be fair, good. It's elevated palate because nobody's doing that. I would never.
I feel like even if you didn't eat it, they would advertise.
You would see it.
You'd see it in the shop.
Never seen it. Rustler burger.
You've never seen this?
Never seen that. Never seen it. What
Well,
time was this in the UK?
This when we was going to school, like we was in school, in uni. People used to eat it a lot in uni. People used to eat it a lot in uni because they used to be like £1.
I didn't go uni, so maybe it's that.
No, up to that age, like from I was in secondary.
Yeah, to like uni, people were eating it. But that's why we said in this 2026, because it was a different when we didn't know no better and then we was young, that's fine. But these grown men are probably in their like late 20s, probably in their early 30s. Why the hell are you eating a Rustler burger when there is, I mean, some people are saying, you don't say that, but you'll eat McDonald's.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it junk?
It's junk food.
No, drunk.
It's drunk food. Oh, it's drunk food. Yes, it's drunk food, but there's a difference between junk food or drunk food that was made in the time in which you went to get it than one that has been preserved in this plastic in the fridge.
And you have to go
in the corner shop, and then you're there warming it up in the microwave, and even that as well, because the bread would then be all limp and all soggy. Like, it's not even a good burger. Like, it's not even a good burger. Go to the corner shop. Yes. It is nasty. And I don't think it didn't come with cheese. It didn't come with nothing. Like, it didn't come with no lettuce or anything like that. Like, it's just bread and the meat. It's like...
You know, I didn't even know that they were still around.
Yeah.
Because I just don't see them advertising or... You know, like when you go...
Also, just for like, who would still eat it? Anyway, shout out to these people then. I just find his expression so funny. He literally looked disgusted with his friend. He was like, ugh. And then he said, I'm gonna people put a fried egg on it. Nigga. Like gourmet up, like babe, that don't make no sense. Like go to the corner shop and go get one from the corner shop. Not corner shop, from the chicken shop. Go get one from McDonald's. Go get anything other than Rustler fucking burger.
You have to prepare it yourself, you know.
And then you're putting the bun in the microwave. You know bread in the microwave gets all limp up and stuff like that. It's not even nice. Anyway, we're done here. Anyways, guys, thank you for joining us for another episode of Tiye Noelle Show. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe. See you guys next week. Appreciate you. Bye.